Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final installment for "He Lost His Soul," the B-side, chronicles. So today, what today's going to be about is quite simply, we're just going to go through the track as I've done it, and the track is how it stands now. So. Really happy with how this has turned out. With this song, I've always said that there was like so many different ways which we could have gone with the track, and I think that although this song isn't like a million miles apart from like the version which we recorded, it there's definitely some very marked feels which are not in this this version of the song, which are in the album version, and also like not having drums on the track, that not having the ebow on the track. But I think that this version of the song, in a way, there's different darker elements which have been allowed to be expressed because of it maybe being a little bit more stripped back and allowing certain things to breathe more. And yeah, it remains a haunting track. I was still a little bit like unsure whether or not to keep the electric guitars in them and maybe just to go with the Strat, just the acoustics, and not have the Strat guitar in there. But I do think that they do lend themselves well to the song, and they're not too in your face. So let's have a listen through. So like on the album version, there's just one guitar, and it's all voxy and radio-y. But I've just come in straight with all three guitars pretty much. Now I don't think that you can hear all of these, which is a bit annoying. I think I'm gonna center all of these actually, just so you can hear them all, because I listened back to this the other day, and I don't think that you're able to hear everything. If something pans off to the left, to the right, I don't think you're able to hear it. Anyway, let's have a listen to these. So what you couldn't hear the other day was, I think it was this one you couldn't hear. Tell a lie, I think it was this one. Just nice simple strums going along. See how it all sort of adds into it. So you have the strum, and then you have another rhythm dancing around that, which is this. Just they're all complementing each other. Nothing is fighting. It all has its own space. Nice. Like that, can you hear like there's some bits with me sort of like you can hear my fingers moving? Hear that? I just like that kind of, it sort of gives it more of a rustic sort of vibe. I think that's pretty cool. Let's have a listen to the vocals with it. Out on the ocean. So I've deliberately not put reverb on the guitars and only put a bit of reverb on the vocals. Why did I do that? I think it's because I just like having that close vibe with the with the guitars.
Out on the ocean, he lost his soul, robbed of his fortune by a paper doll. He was a pilgrim from foreign lands. He killed the evil one.
And I think it still works. I think it still works even though it doesn't have, there's not that sort of unifying reverb on the guitar, on the guitars as well. I do like these backing vocals. Let's bring the backing vocals in.
He gave enough in the fight, but worst of all, he lost his soul.
There's something really weird about that. Like it's almost like the vocals are just a tad out of tune, or something weird is going on there. But I kind of like it because it's just a little bit dissonant. Let's just listen to the vocals.
He gave enough in the fight, but worst of all, he lost his soul.
Yeah, it's weird.
She was a victim of every crime. She was a hustler, yeah, to all the blind. She was the beauty they'd never seen. Lambs to the slaughter by their own queen. She took enough.
Okay, and then we got. Let me just play the other harmonies. I'll bring those in now as well, so you can hear just the vocals together.
She took enough.
It's nice.
In life, but worst of all, she lost her soul.
Yeah, it's just a really cool vocal part.
She took enough in life, but worst of all, she lost her soul.
Yeah, haunting. Let's play those backing vocals together because that's where the harmony really comes to life.
She took enough in life, but worst of all, she lost her soul.
And you put that with the lead vocal, which is the lower.
She took enough in life, but worst of all, she lost her soul.
Yeah, nice.
There's a million miles between us now, and the darkness covers all. Before you realize your vision, there's a million ways that we can lose our soul.
Well, yeah, I love it. Really cool.
He climbed the mountain to right the wrong.
The cool thing about this is that this is a two-part harmony here, and then it beefs it up with the electric guitars.
He climbed the mountain to right the wrong. Bathed in the fountain, he sang the song.
The guitars come in here.
In fear and lies within excess, we try.
And another lift here.
There's a million miles between us now.
So, I mean, the thing is of building a track is that you want to make sure that you don't sort of, what we say is like, you know, fire off everything all at once. So this middle eight, it goes in stages. So let's just unmute a whole bunch of stuff here. So going in to the start of the middle eight, although it's a change and there's this lift in the vocal, it's still, there's parts which are being pulled out, like the electric guitars and two harmonies as well. So no electric guitar. Let's it breathe a little bit.
He climbed the mountain.
So introducing a new part.
Within the fountain, he sang the song.
Is there a change coming? Yes, there is. Here we go. So it lifts with the vocal, and then you get the electric guitars in as well. Another thing. Start to flourish a bit more. Where's he going to go? He's going to go up one more. Where'd you go from here? Add in another harmony. Boom. And more electric guitars. It's great.
Before you realize your vision, there's a million ways that we can lose our soul. He climbed the mountain to right the road. Within the fountain, he sang the song.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I'm pleased with how it's all turned out. Because yeah, the thing is with this, I'm so tempted to go and record like a whole heaps of other stuff, and you know, and maybe I could just like stick a cowbell in something, maybe I could stick a tambourine, maybe I could like put another guitar bit down. I just think no, like I've you know, keeping these electric guitars, really pulling them back was difficult enough to sort of a decision to make, because I wasn't sure whether I'd have those in, but I think I've used them like pretty tastefully in the song as is. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this has turned out. This isn't exactly gonna, I've got to read, like, this is for your listening pleasure, but because of how it is on this, I'm gonna have to go back and change some settings because I've had to change everything up so you can hear it. But I'm glad I listened back to it, otherwise I wouldn't have discovered that issue. But I've had a really good time doing this. Thank you very much to everyone who has pre-ordered this already. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch these videos, this video on the analysis of the song. I think this is just testament to, you know, where the song could go. It's a testament to a song being able to go in many different directions. I am able to hear multiple different directions where songs can go, and this, you know, we could do tons of different ways of doing things, but this is probably the closest maybe to what I initially intended the song to be. Dare I say, I think that it was always supposed to be a relatively simple tune, and I think that's what gives it its dark sort of vibe. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with this. I wouldn't say I'm happier than the album version. I think that's an incredible rendition of this song. But yeah, let's have one more listen through. I don't think everything's going to be here for you guys to listen to it, but most of it's there. Let's have a run through.
Out on the ocean, he lost his soul, robbed of his fortune by a paper doll. He was a pilgrim from foreign lands. He killed the evil one with his own hands. He gave enough in the fight, but worst of all, he lost his soul. She was a victim of every crime. She was a hustler, yeah, to all the blind. She was the beauty they'd never seen. Lambs to the slaughter by their own queen. She took enough in life, but worst of all, she lost her soul. There's a million miles between us now, and the darkness covers all. Before you realize your vision, there's a million ways that we can lose our soul. He climbed the mountain to right the wrong. Within the fountain, he sang the song. In fear and lies within himself, we tried. There's a million miles between us now, and the darkness covers all. Before you realize your vision, there's a million ways that we can lose our soul. He climbed the mountain to right the wrong. Within the fountain, he sang the song.
I think there's just a lot of honesty in the vocals. Like, you can really like just hear like the sort of very raw emotion coming out there, like with there being less in the track, especially on this part. Hang on, let me just pull it to this section.
He climbed the mountain to right the wrong. Within the fountain, he sang the song. In fear and lies
this little like warble, like it right at the end. Sounds
within a sense.
Sounds. I like it.
Within a sense, we try.
It's just that bit of vibrato and it. Try. Just a lot of emotion in there. I'm really happy with these performances. So yeah, that's it, everybody. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you so very much for taking the time to sharing this journey with me. It's I think it's given me new appreciation for the music and for the process, because you know I'm so deep in it that kind of analyzing the work in such a way is not been something which I've really taken the time to do. So thank you very much for helping me to see things in a whole new way. Anyway, take care of yourselves, stay frosty. I will see you guys very, very soon. Been an absolute pleasure, and I look forward to doing more content for you guys very soon. This track is out. Ooh, I guess it's out tomorrow. So yeah, I better get this mixed up. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.